It looks like we're live. It says, yeah, we should be live. It's spinning.
That's right.
It says we're live, but our video is frozen on a not so flattering. Yes, baby. Hello, is anybody in the internet world there? It's frozen on my end. Is it frozen on yours? You hear me, you said? They hear baby squeals. Okay.
Okay. Do you have video? Can you see us moving or what? Video frozen.
Is the video frozen?
Am I perpetually wiping my
nose?
Yes,
I can hear you. And Ryan's wiping his nose. Dalton! Hold on, guys. Well, we'll talk to you. What do I do? Can I hit refresh here? I don't see a refresh button. File. Is he coming?
I don't know.
I think I hear him coming. My video is frozen. It was like this right before I started recording. Before I'm live right now. So they can hear us, but it's frozen on the screen. Does that mean I have to disconnect? So they can hear me, but I'm frozen on the video. Oh, sorry about this, guys. It froze right as I was going live. Ryan was talking to me, and then it did that. Sorry, guys. I got my IT guy here tonight. Hopefully, he gets it fixed pretty quick. I was trying to see if there was a refresh button, but I didn't see one. Deactivate, activate. There! Is that better? Somebody let me know if you can see me now talking to you with my mouth moving. Yep, it's updated. Okay, perfect. I love you. Thank you, Dalton. Do you want to say hi? Do you want them to see you? He's doing a midterm exam right now.
I'm finished now.
Oh, you're finished?
Yeah.
Good. How do you think you did? Fine. There's the baby. Oh.
Here him is.
The star of the show.
Here him's is.
Okay, so it looks like there's a little bit of a delay, a lag in what we see here and what they see. So it's gonna be dada. So if there's a little bit of a delay, I apologize, but that's to be expected. Okay. Yay! Wholesome Roots live! Yay to Dalton, my little technician. He's always here when I need him. Yes, Deb, hero Dalton to the rescue. Okay. Yes, we're moving, Robert. Daybird Aviaries. We are moving. We're in the process of moving. This is our new house that we're in right now. So we're here, but we're not all the way here. We're getting the last of our stuff, hopefully.
It's a process.
Yeah, it is a major process. I'm telling you what, moving a whole farm, a fully functioning, fully animaled, fully child-filled farm is like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? They might get a little bit tired. So, yeah, we have the fencing around the pasture is on 3 sides. So the 4th side we create with our electric net fencing, but they are not really behaving too much with that.
They're too excited.
Yeah, there's so much for them to explore that they're like, the grass is always greener on the other side type syndrome. So they're testing their boundaries still.
The tractor is not here yet to cut a clear path, so there's no point trying to use the solar to electrify it because it's grounding out so easy.
Right. So we tried to just put it up as a fence, and just use it as a fence, but they know that they can go under, that the bottom wire is not electrocuted, so it was just enough of a give for them to squeeze their bodies out. And then we tried putting heavy things all along the bottom, and they were still like finding the weak spots. So we've got to get a permanent fence across for that section and get it so that they can't get out at all. And that'll be good to go. We got a lot of work to do here. I mean, it's not exactly what we want it to be, but the nice thing is we can make it exactly what we want it to be, and it's all an investment into our lives and our future. So it's quite exhilarating. So, well, yeah, we should be getting the tractor hopefully on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm working on making arrangements with somebody with a flatbed. They're going to trade some work for a goat. So, if that works out, that'll be awesome.
It's been tough.
So.
This been a whole month-long process, and during the week I'm still working, so we're basically only on the weekends.
Yep, the weekends is slam packed with trying to get everything moved, and that's challenging. So yeah, we're going back over there tomorrow to get the last little bit that's left in the house, and then everything in the barn and the garden and the yard and all that stuff. We like the goats don't have their play toys, and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot better once we have everything here. Then the unpacking begins, and that'll probably take me 5 years. I mean, like, I'm not unpacking because I'm just so exhausted from the weekends. Unfortunately, it's worn me out. How much of the planted stuff will you be able to move over? As much as I can. My goal is going to be going after the perennials that will transplant the easiest and the safest. And if I get all of those and we still have another day that we're going to be there, I'll go and dig up more stuff. So we're going to try to get as much as possible. Ideally, I want all of my asparagus. Ryan keeps saying no. That's too much.
I'm not saying
work.
No,
too much work, Asparagus and comfrey and blackberry, the thornless one, not the wild ones, obviously. We got plenty of those here on this property as well. And this property has black walnut. It has about a quarter of the property is old growth forest. It has oaks and maples and poplars and walnuts and pecans and just everything. It's a really diverse habitat. The only thing we're missing here is water. We don't have a water source. There's no pond or stream, which was one of the features we really, really looked for in a house, but you can't get everything in one place. No matter what, one place had this and the other place didn't have that. And yeah, still not completely unpacked after 2 years. A lot of people have said that to me. Work for a goat. We trade a sheep for tires. Exactly. Yes, it's wonderful when that works out that way. And it's a new homesteader that I met that lives here on this end. So that's super water. I mean, super awesome. I was reading the word water on the most recent comment. Yeah, no water. It's a little disappointing to not have water, but there is a pond like right up the road, so maybe we can get to know the neighbors and see if we can go fishing there and stuff. Shell, we bought, yeah. So good to see you too, Adrian. Y'all, if you haven't met Farmstead Smith, Adrian, We've known each other for, I guess it's been, 4 years or so, huh? We met over on Steemit and the homesteading community there with Papa Pepper and Blake Kirby and some others. We are in the new house, yes. Did you see what I was wearing to the closing? Did you notice my dragon fly? What are the things called that you put over your shoulders and they keep you warm and cozy? Shawl.
I was just saying, shawl.
That's from I Love to Crochet. Be nice, boy. He's crazy.
He's crazy.
It's 3.5 acres, Diana, but it feels like 5. Like we were trying to do 5 or more. And in our lower price range, it was harder to find bigger property. If we found bigger property, the house would be really ransacked, So we started looking at properties that were 2 or more, but we had a lot of stipulations. If they were under 5 acres, it had to be like no neighbors close by, not in a neighborhood, like we wanted it to feel like it was in the middle of 10 acres, and it does. It feels like that. Our neighbor next to us has 8 acres, and the whole front half of it that borders us is just lawn. It's not houses and stuff like that. So it's really nice. And then Miss Elsie, our neighbor on the other side, is a total sweetheart, homesteading 80-year-old that brought us a chocolate pie our first week here. So super excited. She has fig trees, muscadine vines, peach trees, pear trees, apple trees, huge vegetable garden. And honestly, this property felt more like the 5-acre properties that we were looking at. Yes, it's still in Georgia. Close to Alabama. Closer to Alabama. An hour closer. So we almost ended up in Alabama.
We did.
That's a whole nother story.
This whole process was a long process.
Yeah, we've actually been doing this since February, looking at houses and trying to move. So it's been a journey, and it's kept us very busy. Every weekend we were looking at houses. When you have a lot of stipulations and you're trying to initially the USDA program where you don't have to have any money down, but you have to find a house that's in a USDA area, but then you have to go through meeting all the requirements for a USDA home to be able to get the loan for USDA with no money down. And it was just a challenge, but it was exciting to finally get to where we are. This was actually the 3rd house that we were under contract on. That just tells you a little bit. Rose, it looks like more land than your previous homestead. The barn is absolutely gorgeous. It does look like more land. I think it's more usable land is what it is the other homestead that we were renting had more acreage, but it was not in a way that you could use it. It wasn't set up in a usable way, in a comfortable way. This is set up nice. My zone 1, my barn is right there. For those of you that are familiar with permaculture, you probably know what I mean when I say zone 1. For those of you that are just starting to learn about permaculture or might be interested in the future, zone 1 is all of the things that you have to take care of on a day-to-day basis. Things that have to be touched and looked at every day should be close to your house. And now we have everything close to our house. And it's incredible. Like, I enjoy doing chores now. Like, not that I didn't enjoy it before, but it was labor intensive before. It is not labor intensive now. And we are doing things a little bit differently over here that is making it less labor intensive as well. It is a great homesteading community. She's just a sweet little old lady. And she's been over here a couple times. She brought more peppers today. Yeah. She has these really long peppers that curl on the tip, long, skinny, like cayenne. But she said that they're not cayenne. They're not as spicy as cayenne. And she said that she's grown them for years and years and years, and that it's something that's been passed down generation to generation from her family from Alabama. So it's really exciting. Robert was in here earlier. He said he was having difficulty with his internet, so he might have stepped out, but I'm sure he'll be back if he can. His internet does not work great where he is. That's how country properties are here too. When we bought ours, we made 5 offers before one stuck. Oh, we made even more offers. We actually were under contract on 3 different houses. But the first one, the inspection didn't work. The second one, the inspection didn't work.
The inspection
it was
worked,
then more complications came up in addition to that.
More work was needed.
More work than the seller was willing to do for our loan to be accepted. Now Ryan can host some Highland games.
Sounds like fun.
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on some of these comments. What made you decide to move? That's a really great question, Carrie. Thought you were hoping to buy the last place if granddaughter didn't want it. Well, we wanted to buy the place we were at because we had so much invested into it, as it were. Even though we weren't allowed to do the things that we wanted to do to make it better, things that we wanted to improve were not allowed to make any improvements. Don't know why, but then shortly after we found out we were pregnant, we asked the landlord if we could purchase again. We approached her again with an offer, like a cash offer from what we had saved up, and she said no. She said that she was not interested in selling it at all to us. So as it became more concrete in our minds that we were never going to get this place, we knew that we had to do something because we could not continue renting the rest of our lives. There were some other complications that came up as well that we're not going to get into at this moment in time, but as time goes on, I'll probably open up more about it. But we had reasons that it was a much better decision to buy our own place, and it's more affordable. Our payments are lower than what our rent would have been. So it worked out really well. It is such a good fit. It is really meant to be, Mima. I just can't, so many things about this place clicked into place once we finally found it. It's 5 minutes from Dalton's school. So that meant Dalton was willing to move with us because some of the other houses that we had looked at, put in offers on, been under contract on, fell way too far away from his school where he was not willing to move with us, and he was just going to stay at his dad's, and I was probably never going to see Dalton. Honestly, he would have never come to visit me, and because I don't drive, it's hard for me to get over to visit him at his dad's house, so so I was so thrilled to be able to take my baby boy with me. I know he's 19, he's not a baby. I still consider him my baby, and I always will. That was a big part of why I was so quiet, Lisa. We were so busy trying to find a place. And I didn't want to, the first one we fell under contract with, I said to Ryan, now I've been under contract before on a house that the deal fell through 3 days before we were supposed to close. So don't get your hopes up. I had been through that process before in the past, before Ryan. And so it was, it was a good thing we didn't tell the world, we're buying, we're under contract. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to post the picture of the house and say under contract, but until you have the keys in your hand, the moment is not real.
It's really a emotional roller coaster. It was my first experience doing this, and that high of, oh, we're under contract, it's gonna happen, and you start making all these plans.
Bye,
and
Adrian.
then,
Thanks.
And then it doesn't work out, and it's like crushing almost. And that happened more than once.
It was very crushing.
How
It
many
was an
times-
extreme roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, put in an offer that you think's a great offer on a different house, and then they didn't accept it. Why? It was a good offer.
And right now, the real estate market is so jamming that we didn't. Houses were going for sale. Like, as soon as they came on the market, within 24 hours, it'd be under contract. So, like, we had to move fast. When we'd see something pop up that fell into our category of land and hopefully barn and hopefully fences, you had to really jump on it to get any chance of going under contract with it. So
It's nice knowing here that we can make permanent changes.
yeah, and things that are like investments,
Yeah.
like infrastructure,
Fencing, like at the old
permanent
place.
fencing.
We couldn't do
I
any
can't
permanent
wait.
fencing, so we did all these temporary net fencing, which is
They
not
worked.
it's not
They
ideal.
worked. They did.
Yeah.
But there were times where the ghosts got out. And
How many times? Count how many times.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I know.
I don't want to say that they weren't great, because for the most part they were.
They're not the best option.
The best option is a permanent fence for the goats, so that'll be really good. Who said they're leaving? Hardneck Farms. Bye.
Anytime there's camera silence, I'm just gonna hold up Odin. So. You see, Rose was pregnant when we started
Yeah.
looking, and so we had that going on, and we had the baby born during all of this too. So
Yeah, like the first house we were supposed to close like right when the same week he was due, and it was like we thought we were going to be closing and having a baby all in the same week. It was really insane. So, it's 3.5 acres, but it feels more like 5. It really does. Like when you look at it, you're like, how is this only 3.5 acres? It's got to be more than that, because it looks like the pasture itself is 3.5 acres. So, and then we've got the yard and property around the house, and then we've got a big section of forest that's really nice. It's a really nice little plot. So hopefully he'll be able to hunt some in there.
Yeah, Pamela asked. There's, believe me, I've been looking, and in our woods, there's evidence of deer passing through at least. And then I just talked to Miss Elsie this evening and asked her, and she said deer used to come in from the other side of her property and go across ours into the neighbor's property, where our other neighbor, complains of them eating his scuppernong berries. So there are deer. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get one.
Yeah, he's gonna set up his trail cam and find out what their path is and be able to intercept them as they cross through our property, because apparently that's what they were doing. Farm searching during pandemic and pregnant. Wow. Can we say multitasking? Yes, Deb. Yes, it was a challenge. It was really, really, really hard. It kept us very busy. Because we were just constantly looking at houses. We were sending information to the bank, and, just all of the back and forth and the whoo-wee. And then, once we found a place, we were going to get inspections and appraisals and all this stuff, and we did that 3 times before it came to fruition with this house. Yes, then I do have some spots in the woods that I like to go and contemplate. I don't know how many of you are into like metal detecting and like treasure hunting in the woods for old homestead stuff, but I've been doing that since I was his age. I grew up metal detecting with my grandfather and dad, and we, as kids, would go and explore old homesteads and like find cool things in these old abandoned houses and like treasures that we wanted to take home, and I had a lady across the street from us that would pay us $5 a bottle for old bottles we'd dig up and stuff, you know. I found an entire dump site of old bottles in the woods. Like, it's on the fence line in the woods, and they're like from the 50s and older. And it's so cool because they're like intact bottles. Nothing like majorly valuable or anything from the 50s, but still cool, you know? So I've already started digging in it, even though I should have been unpacking boxes. I was digging in the woods because that's what makes me happy. Yes, we should definitely have some mushrooms, Deb. I'm excited to see if we have some of the more sought after ones in the woods, like the chicken of the woods and maitake and some lion's mane maybe, because we've got a lot of the trees that are likely to have those on them. Are you able to bring some of that mushroom spawn at the old place? Which mushroom spawn? We have a bunch of mushroom spawn in our fridge. So we do have mycelium to inoculate things here. So it's exciting. Yeah. He's a sweetie. He is such a good baby. He has been so great for us. Little Odin. He's my boy. He's a very, very happy little boy.
He's a big
Yes,
boy.
we definitely downsized. We downsized everything. We were going to downsize the quail before the move, but we didn't get to it. But it worked out okay where we were able to move all 3 sets of cages without having to, because I wanted to downsize them and harvest them and put them in the freezer and have just 1 or 2 cages that we had to move and then restock by hatching eggs. But we didn't get around to it. We ran out of time. There were some circumstances that made us have to leave the old homestead sooner than we had planned on, just because we felt more comfortable here than we did there. But we we're down to 14 goats.
Yep.
14 goats. 2 dogs, 2 cats. We even downsized the cat. My daughter took one of our kitties. She wanted her so bad, and because we were moving and everything, we felt like it was a good time. Oh, we love mushrooms. Love to grow them. We love to eat them. What?
No, Deb, it wasn't hard to put up the canopy.
Oh, no.
The only
was
thing
so
is
nice.
sort of
Liam
awkward
could do
because
it.
the instructions show 6 people moving all 6 legs to set it up, but we may do with the boys and us. And did Dalton come help for that?
No.
No?
It was
Yeah.
just me and you.
Yeah, we got it. It was.
You
no
trying
big
to
deal.
say hi, Liam? You know everybody can see you right now, right?
I want to put it on my pants.
Let's not say that in front of 100 people or however many are in here. I don't even know how many are in here. I don't see a number. Does anybody see a number where it says how many people are in the chat or watching live with us? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, and if all those people, if you're one of those numbers, hit the thumbs up. Remember we used to say that during our live show?
Yes.
Hit the thumbs up on the video, please. Oh, 74.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Wow.
You know, we haven't been that active on YouTube with everything that we've had going on between being pregnant and having a baby and then house hunting and buying a house and moving a house, and we're still moving, so don't expect me to start throwing out videos too fast. I want to. The desire is there, and I will get more out as I am able. So if you guys have any ideas for videos that you want to see, just shoot me a message, comment in the chat, comment on the videos, and let me know. if there's something specific to purchasing a homestead or moving a homestead that you think would make a great video topic, let me know, and I'll try to see what I can put together. And we are putting out short little less than a minute videos on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, the app TikTok, then you can definitely see a few things here and there on that, just because I don't have to edit it, and I just do it with my cell phone, and I just plop, plop, plip, plop, flip, and it's like I don't have to sit down at a computer and edit with a baby bouncing, Oh, thank you, Terrace Path. That's very sweet of you.
He's gonna grab his hair.
The little gray house on the property. We want a barn tour, a house tour, a little gray house tour. Yes.
All in good time.
Garden plans. Yes. Good.
We have
More on the quail.
So much opportunity.
Of the hives being moved. I don't even know if I'm going to be there for the hives being moved. Like, I don't even know how I'm moving them, honestly, Deb. So I'll let you know when that happens. I will definitely try to record it. How to organize or set up your barn for goats. Well, we're actually going to not have the goats in the barn. The barn is too nice for goats. It's got a wooden floor, so they would ruin it if we had them in there. So it's going to be where the double doors are, the big barn doors. We're going to have a cutout right there eventually. Right now it's full of boxes that we need unpacked. We're going to have a cutout there with a milk stand for milking and a birthing stall for birthing. So they'll come in for birth and they'll stay for 3 days and we'll clean it out. Yeah, the bees are going to get upset. So it's going to be a challenge. We need to get it done very carefully. We will be getting a new P.O. box, but right now we're still going to the old one.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that a little while ago. We might change that this week. But you said that they said they would forward.
Yeah, we could set up a forwarding address.
Yeah, they would forward anything. If anything arrived at the old P.O. box, they would send it to the new one. But
for now, it's still.
But it's still the 333 P.O. box, Grantville, Georgia 30220. I've been so busy here that YouTube has fallen below my priorities. Absolutely, and that's okay. Your priorities cannot always be social media. And that's something that I've learned in this time is that it's okay to not make it your priority. I mean, I'm here. I'm still, my Facebook group is active. Instagram I post to every once in a while. I'll post stories from my TikTok videos onto my Instagram stories. I'll share those TikTok videos on my Facebook group. But doing YouTube full time every day is very time consuming. So this baby is way more time consuming than any of that. And I just have to put everything into him. And that's totally fine by me. What type of food do you like for the goats? Well, we had earthen floor at the old barn, and we liked that because we could do deep litter method, and it would decompose and work with all of the microbial insects and stuff. It worked perfectly. So how big a wood cabin or farm for the goats would you need? Well, that depends. Goats don't need a barn. So barns for a goat are kind of a luxury item. They are good if you have coyote issues or other large predators. So if you have mountain lions and bears and coyotes, having somewhere to lock your animals up, and safety is very important if you don't have 3 or 4 livestock guardian dogs that can fight off those bigger predators. We have 2 livestock guardian dogs, so we are safe leaving our goats out at night now. And they have shelters. So you have to provide shelter. So in the summer, you have to have shade and shelter from the rain. In the winter, you have to have a place where they can get away from the wind. So a 3.5 sided shelter is what we're going to have. So we're gonna do like what is it called? A lean-to? No. Well, eventually the lean-to off the barn. So we have a couple of stages of goals. We have the very temporary shelter right now, which is a summer shelter. Then we're going to set up a pallet shelter. Our friend brought us some pallets. We're gonna get the pallets together as the walls on the back and the sides, and some metal roofing for the top. And that's going to be a run-in, so they can go in and shelter in there. And then come wintertime, we'll have to do a half wall to make sure that they can get out of the wind. Our goats sleep in a pile. They don't stay away from each other. They don't need their own space when they go to bed. So the amount of space inside of their shelter is actually minimal. I mean, we were doing anywhere from 5 to 8 goats, depending on if they had kids with them, in a 12 by 12 horse stall, comfortably, with plenty of room around them left. So that worked out really well for us before, so I know it's going to be fine for us now. He's spitting up all over you.
Yay.
And so so that's our second stage. So first stage is just the canopy tent that Zeb sent us. And then second stage is the pallet shelter. And then our third and final stage is going to be like nicely built, good quality, and it will be coming off the barn. And we will build a lean-to coming all the way off the barn with the same type of run-in style where it has walls, it has a back, it has a roof, and then a 3/4 wall. That way the goats can go in and out as they please, and I don't have to let them out in the morning. I don't have to put them away at night. It takes a lot of pressure off of us for chore time, because all we have to do is make sure they have hay all the time. Yeah. And throw them grain if we want to, but really, I mean, goats don't have to have grain. We give our goats grain because they're spoiled, rotten. But when they're in milk, they need a lot of good grain. So we might as well have them all getting grain for. And I believe that growing babies need grain too. When they're young. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Thank you, Lynn, for stopping in. Say goodnight to the chickens for me.
Nancy Autumn made the move just fine. She's the same spunky little girl like she always is. She's loving it. She of course does not fit in with the herd with anybody. She's still the outsider. They still think that she's a human and not a goat, because she thinks she's a human and not a goat. She runs up. I'm special, aren't I? Yeah, you're special.
Oh, she was in the video. She was, and I talked to her in the video. She was being nosy when we were trying to do the chickens, and I said, Autumn, let me do my work here. That's funny, Amita. Oh, Chelsea. You know what's so funny is the way I was reading that, I thought, that sounds like Chelsea. And then I was like, the name's not Chelsea. And then you signed it Chelsea. That's so cute. Thank you, My Family Garden. Thank you for joining us. And you have a good night. Oh, she's a sweetie, that little Autumn. She just loves to help. She's just like this nosy little goat. She wants to see what we're doing. She wants to be a part. In fact, the first time that they got out, when it was like the second day we were here or something. Careful. Don't let them do that. She came to the screen porch door and was trying to come in. She's like, my house, my house, my house. And I was like, if you didn't poop like crazy, I would probably let you come in and say hello. Oh, I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, Nancy. Yeah, and for those of you that didn't see, Royal Amethyst Acres was commenting earlier. Mandy got to visit us this week. They came in and said hello real fast. We had a quick little visit. Oh my goodness, thank you, Kaleidoscope Junkie. Truly appreciate that. It's very kind of you.
What are you doing?
Oh, you have no idea what is happening. Welcome to Chickenlandia. Okay, Dahlia, you just need to go and watch. You just need to go and watch the video because you have no idea. I'm kidding. You can just pick up my context clues, right? Right? You can stay. I'm not seriously kicking you out. You're allowed to stay, even if you didn't watch. You don't have to go watch it right now. You can enjoy the live and watch it later. Unless you want to see it in the order that it all, I guess it would be confusing to be in a chat about something that you didn't see. But maybe not. You're a smart girl. Yes, Odin's missing Auntie Nani. Are you missing Auntie Nani? And Opa? Yes, we moved. We did. This is a new house. Looks pretty similar. I mean, we still got Squirt. We still got our plant stand. Same couch.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. So we got a beautiful new homestead. Absolutely love it. The house is a nice, small, comfy house. It's cute. It's got all hardwood floors throughout. And it's small, but it's comfortable. So it doesn't feel super small, but it's definitely smaller. Which is okay because that's less to clean and lower bills, right? Oh, no, I'm not in Washington. Still in Georgia. Almost made it to Alabama, but not quite. Yeah, Squirt loves it, actually, Carrie. He, for the first week or two, or was it just 1 week? He stayed out on the screen porch and got to, in his cage, and got to really enjoy the view because it was beautiful weather.
Oh, what do you think?
And because we were moving stuff around in here so much still, it was he would have been in the way and startled and got moved a bunch of times if I had brought him in. So we waited until we had this room situated, and then we let him come in. So, and he still has a view out the window, the front windows, so he likes that. I live in a 12 by 24 cabin, period. 4 feet of it is taken up by the porch. So your house is probably like a mansion to me. That is pretty small. I'm not gonna lie, that you got me beat. And what's nice is we have that nice screen porch. It's like an extra living space. We literally, every morning I open up the door to the screen porch from the dining room and I just leave it open. And it's like an extra room because we sit out there. It's beautiful. Baby. So, are you singing yourself to sleep? So it's been a crazy move. It's been crazy, but it's been good. We're so glad to be settling in. We still have This weekend's going to be the hardest push of all. Because we kept the month of October as the other house as rented for the month of October, so that we'd have time to be able to move everything. And this week's our last push. So this weekend basically is our last push. And I'm nervous and anxious. And we have a lot of work to do tomorrow. It's going to be a very strenuous day. So tomorrow is the one day that we'll have the big truck where we're going to get it as packed full as we can of all the stuff from the barn and the garden and such, you know. Try to get up as many plants as we can or what have you. We might not do plants tomorrow because we'll have the ability to go back with our little mini trailer on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And we can go back after that, but those are the days that we're going to have time to. After that, Ryan's going to be back at work. And
Back at work.
yeah, unfortunately, Nancy, we don't have a whole lot of help. We've had very, very, very little help. Although it did sound like Ryan has friends coming.
I might have some muscle tomorrow.
Tomorrow, hopefully. Dalton's been helping. Dalton's been so helpful. I've been so grateful. My ex-mother-in-law, Dalton's grandmother, she happened to be in town. She has a home here and a home in the Dakotas. And she happened to be here during this time. And she has helped me move so many times. And she knew exactly, like, what to pack and how to pack it. Because, like, my China hut, she's helped me move that, like, 8 times in my life. So it was nice to have her, you know, ready and able. And she jumped in and just packed so much stuff. She spent 2 days over at the old house doing that. We had some other friends that came that first weekend that we were moving. We had 2 other couples come and put in a good chunk of work to get the bulk of it that first weekend, so that we were able to move our animals here. And then our new friend who was able to use her cattle trailer to move all the animals, of course, that was a huge help. Her boyfriend owns a landscaping company, and he's going to help us move the tractor. We just need to find somebody to help us move the bees, because we don't have a pickup truck anymore, and really don't know how we're going to do that without a pickup truck. Because you can't put the bees inside the vehicle. Even if they're taped up, you don't want that to have an accident, you know? That would be bad news. So, taping up the hives at night and moving them first thing in the morning is going to be a challenge, because we don't know who or how or when we're going to do it. But we will figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Somebody will volunteer with a truck, right?
We'll
maybe
figure
John. I mean, when
Maybe.
you talk to him tomorrow, maybe he'll be willing to do that.
They might want to come see the place anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
But
So,
be like, can you go tape the bees shut at night?
and then Ryan's mom came this weekend and here and helped unload the truck after Dalton and Ryan got all the heavy stuff off. She helped unload the boxes. So we're just chipping away at it. I'll be unpacking for 5 years, and I'm not even kidding you. We have way too much stuff. Robert Daviary says it'll take me 5 years just to unpack my salt and pepper collection.
Barter some honey for a truck. I'm sure we'll figure something out. So we'll get the bees here.
Yeah, I think people are just scared to be the ones doing it, you know? Like, we'll do the bee part of it. You just drive. But I think that people are scared that the bees are going to get out and get them. You know what I mean? So I think it deters a lot of people from volunteering. Thank you, Michelle. Did you see the premiere? Did you see it? Our beautiful red barn. I love the barn. I mean, just adore it. It's just the cutest, perfect. It's actually what we had on our dream board from like 10 years ago. We had a picture of a cute red barn just like that. So it's kind of nice to see that we finally got what we wanted. It took a lot of work and a lot of determination. I mean, we worked hard to get to this point, guys. I mean, just, clearing all of the debt, and keeping the credit scores at the place where you're able to get a loan required a lot of sacrifice. We went without, a lot of things, and to get to the point where we could do this. And it makes it all worthwhile, It's definitely took a lot of sacrifice and struggle to get to the point, but I think now that we're here, it's gonna just be uphill from here. I mean, nothing but good can come now. Oh, I am so tired.
Oh yeah, you guys.
I'm so tired and sore and bruised.
It's been perpetual. You think about taking a whole month to move, and then even because we're not moving up during the weekdays, still going to work. She's still here doing everything. It's tough right now. And as soon as we get off of this, we're going to bed, and this weekend's going to be intense.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Nancy. I was just telling Ryan about how you can get cross-fencing grants. I was telling our realtor's husband is a plumber, and he came out and looked at some stuff for us. We have some things that we need to address here at this house for sure. It's not perfect. We have our things that we need to still do to this place to improve it and make it a little better. But we will, because it's ours. But one of the other things that they have grants for is wells. And this is a shallow well with low water pressure. So having a USDA grant to get a well for the livestock is going to be amazing. I mean, once you own home, things open up for you. You have a lot more privileges given to you as a homeowner that you don't get when you're renting. And with the interest rates as low as they are right now, our payments are lower, so it's just a win-win scenario. This is going to give us a lot more ability to do more things financially. It's going to give us the ability to do more things for our infrastructure and in a permaculture sense especially. Because there were a lot of things that we wanted to do permaculture-wise at the old place that we weren't allowed to. Improvements that we wanted to make that we weren't allowed to. So, yeah. Yes, Noah's Ark, my neighbor brought us a pie. You know how many times I've moved and nobody's ever brought me cookies. I told Ryan, I said, when we move, I'm bringing our neighbors cookies. And then she brought us a pie. Yes, Edel, that's what we're hoping to do. We just have to figure out when and who's going to be driving them because we don't have a truck. No house is ever perfect. Even new ones have things wrong. Yeah. And this is, 1958. It was built in 1958. So it's an older house. So, we've got some things that we need to redo, and it's going to need some things replaced in the very near future. But we're hopeful that it'll all work out in a way that's going to just flow for us now. Yeah, we might have to rent a Home Depot pickup truck, actually. That was something I was thinking about. Problem is we're paying bills for two houses right now, and that's been keeping that end of things really tight. So renting things is not like we're bartering in order to get our flatbed for moving the tractor and the goat shelter and such. We're going to get our goat shelter from the old house and bring it over here. Oh. Yep, we can do what we want as long as it allows it. That's right. Oh. Yes, Mandy, you have to move closer. He does have a nice singing voice, doesn't he? And it's so nice because that's his crying. Ask Mandy. That's what he does when he's fussy. I could get used to this. I mean, I could have 10 more babies if they were all going to be this sweet. Oh. David the Good moved to Georgia? Really? I did not know that. I have not been on YouTube. I am definitely going to have to look into that. Well, I wonder where. It's probably South Georgia because he has so many tropical plants. I can't imagine him going somewhere where he couldn't have all the tropical plants. Hi. Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Oh. Are you reading anything, Daddy?
Trying to.
All right.
Yeah, we probably should get some sleep soon, but
I'm going to have to go look at that. Yes, that post office box is still good. I will definitely update everybody when we do change it, but they did tell Ryan that they'll be able to forward anything during the in-between time. So if it's sent there, it'll still get to us. Whoa, 21 children. I think my grandpa Dietrich, I think, had I think they had 13 children. Alright, everybody's telling us to go to sleep. You guys love us so much because you're like telling us that we need to go to sleep, and you're totally right, we do.
They still not saying that we're boring.
Come on, don't you want just all the babies? He makes me want to have more babies. Ryan says I need to beat my mom's record and have 6 because my mom had 5. Ooh, he's so sweet, baby. He's so sweet.
We'll let him take over the live show.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna take over?
It's a baby takeover.
He's got them cheeks. Look at them cheeks. Look at them cheeks. Look at them cheeks. And he's got them feet. He's grabbing his toes. He wanted to show you guys. See, I got toes too. Don't make faces at Daddy. Yeah.
What?
The pregnancy and birth did do me good. Totally did. It really healed so much. Physically and mentally, I think. So, that's always good. Woo. Thank you, Mandy, for putting up all those links. I appreciate it. I've added a few things to the Amazon wish list, but most of it is stuff that was on there from a long time ago. But I did add a few things for the house, like a ceiling fan and chalkboard paint. Nothing important. So, just some things I thought would be fun. You going to see Daddy? Oh, he kind of does blow kisses in a way. He doesn't actually do it, but when you
Oh.
go, he kind of like makes that sound with his lips. He'll be like, you know, it's not exactly blowing a kiss, but it is close. But he does this thing where he goes like this, and he goes, ha, 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 and we call it him saying hi. 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 And just the other day with Mandy, he started doing peace signs. Don't know why or how, but he started holding his hand in a peace sign like all the time. And I'm like, get out of here. So cute. Oh. Yeah. He's a daddy's boy. He's a mama's boy too, but he's definitely loves his daddy. When daddy gets home, he like leans up and he's just like, gimme, gimme, gimme daddy. Oh, Bo's kissing. Oh, I cannot wait to see him. Oh, Deb, you're too sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that donation. All right, Anne's Tiny Life. I appreciate you being here, and come back and see us soon. While you are moving, set up camera. Oh, and it got cut off. Yeah, I wanted to film more of the move, but like seriously, moving is hard. And filming the moving is impossible. Like, I don't even know how people do it, if they do it. Do people do it? Do they do it? It was like every bit of effort and energy, mentally and physically, was in the move. It was like, no, don't put that there. You got to move that over there. You know, like having to be the conductor and telling, you know, okay, no, that goes on next. No, this needs to go before that. Oh my goodness. It's just too hard.
Ow.
Aw, you all right? Chelsea's screaming. She's so excited. You're so sweet, Chelsea. Thank you, sweetie. No new bucks. We're gonna be using Peter Pepper this year. He's our only buck now, and that's all we're gonna use this year. But yeah, he got clumsy and bonked his head on his daddy. So I suppose he's tired. He probably needs to
this is what he does
nurse
when
and
he's
go
tired.
to sleep.
If I do this for another five minutes or so, he'll pass out.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We really appreciate you joining us for our premiere and our live, and I cannot wait to share more of this with you. Now that the cat's out of the bag, I can just share whatever I want to. It was really hard because I had to kind of not film anything until I had this video out. So I am looking forward to sharing much more now. I mean, not that I'm going to have videos out every day. Don't think that that's gonna be happening anytime soon, but I'd love to have more videos out in the future. And if not, I'll just keep trying to put them out when I can. Oh, I will try to do a little bit more as we get stronger and more settled. We're gonna have a lot of projects, so that'll be good things to film. So that gives us the opportunity to film some, you know, new starting a homestead type stuff, you know, when we're building a shelter. Alrighty. Odin says, go mama. You want to say goodbye, Daddy?
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, there's Rhodes. It just shows up at the end.
Yep.
Classic Roro.
Alright, boys, say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. So good to see all y'all.
Thanks, Mandy, for coming over.
Oh, she just said, night, guys. Hi, Rowan. Love you guys. And Mandy said, bye. I don't know how to turn this off. Just hit stop.
Subscribe,
Did you click
like,
stop?
comment, do what which you already did completely, of course.
Yeah.
Share,
Yeah.
ring the bell.
Yeah. Yeah.